For the next stage of the manufacture of our phone holder, we're going to look at cutting the thread into the end of these rods to be able to hold in a screw fastener. So in the last stage we looked at, we used the centre drill to drill a hole. Now the size of the hole was determined by looking on a tapping chart, and we're using an M6 thread. So we've drilled a hole suitable for an M6 thread, and now we're going to use a tap. A tap is a tool, a cutting tool that is made from hardened cast steel. There are 3 different grades of taps. We've got first cut, second cut, and a plug tap, and the difference in these is how far the thread goes along here. These are slightly larger ones. Here's our M6 one, and we put our M6 tap into a tap holder here. We're going to take our piece of aluminium. First of all, we're going to use some metal cutting compound here, just as a lubricant. We're going to put a small amount on the tap here, and then we're ready to cut our thread. So we're going to move round to the vise here. Now the vise, as you can see here, we've put in some protective jaws so that the serrations on the vise don't damage our soft aluminium. And we're putting our piece of bar in there, not doing it up securely but not too tight, and then we're going to put in our tap. So when we start off, we put this into the hole, and we need to make sure that this is absolutely at 90 degrees there, so that we're not cutting a thread off. And then we push down and just turn, and the tap will cut a thread. What we should do is, once it starts to bite, make a turn and then back off half a turn. So we're turning in, turning it round, and just back off again. We turn it in and back off. And the backing off just clears any swarf or metal chippings out of the thread. Be careful, because although this is very hard, these tools, they're also brittle. So if you feel any kind of resistance, stop cutting, wind it out and check. Cut our thread all the way in there, and we should now just be able to check it. We've got a fastener there, and we can look at that, and we can see that our fastener fits in nicely, ready to thread that. Obviously you're going to need to cut a thread in both ends, and there's our threaded rod.